We are a direct action network that targets and shuts down factories which belong to Israel's biggest weapons manufacturer, Elbit Systems. This company is building weapons across this country which they market as battle-tested, tested on the captive population of Gaza. The Palestinian people who are undergoing a genocide is a new opportunity to test new weaponry for this company which has been allowed to operate in this country. And when we go and shut them down because we won't allow our brothers and sisters in Palestine to be killed by weapons made on our doorsteps, we have been prosecuted in our hundreds for doing so. They drag us through the courts like they've been doing for the climate protesters, and more recently they have been doing everything in their power to deny us the right to rely on legal defences. Defences like acting to save lives in Palestine, like acting to prevent the much greater crime which this company is committing. They are also trying to silence us in the courts, as we're seeing happening during this trial and many others before. Over the past few years, there has been a coherent effort by the state and by the courts to do this, to take away our voices in these so-called courtrooms of justice. You could even say they have been conspiring together to silence us all. The Attorney General, the one before this one, was lobbied by the Israeli embassy. We exposed this through Freedom of Information requests, that they were meeting with the Israeli government to discuss our cases and the defences we should be allowed to rely on. They were acting together to perverse the rule of law. And ultimately, with every single prosecution, they have to do it in line with the public interest. Where is the public interest in locking these people up for 4 or 5 years? Where is the public interest in prosecuting hundreds of activists across this country? Where is the public interest when it comes to protecting these Israeli weapons factories, to protecting the war criminals and prosecuting those who act to stop them? It is mandatory that these charges across the movements are dropped, that our demands are adhered to, that the disclosure of what's going on behind closed doors in our government with these lobby groups is also fully disclosed and brought to us all. And until that happens, until these factories are shut down, and until we stop this climate crisis, we will all continue the fight. On whichever front we act on, we are united in our fight. Thank you.